Hello everyone, it's Sheltek and welcome back to another video. And today we're taking a look at what could be the ultimate active smartwatch on the market. This is the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra from Mobvoi. This is one of the newest and feature-rich smartwatches out that is specifically geared to people who lead an active, adventurous lifestyle. The TicWatch Pro uses Wear OS by Google, but at the same time is fully compatible with us iOS users too. Today I'll do a quick unboxing, setup, check out the OS, connect to my iPhone, take a look at all those features and tell you the pros and cons of this GPS smartwatch. As always, timestamps and product links are in the description to the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra and any gear I have in my videos. So let's see what we get in the box. Alright, and taking a quick look at the box, it's got a high quality black packaging and states some of the key features of the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS. Some of those features are it uses a Qualcomm Snapdragon Wear 41 platform and a Mobvoi dual processor system, 72-hour battery life in smart mode, Google Assistant, AFib detection, and so many other features I'll get into later. So let's get this open and see what we get. Sliding off the outer cover, immediately under is the quick start guide. Now lifting off the top of the black labeled watch box reveals the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS itself. Putting that aside for a minute, underneath is some safety information and finally the USB charging dock. Now let's take a closer look at the specs of the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS. As I mentioned before, it uses Qualcomm Snapdragon Wear Quad A53 processor with 1GB of RAM and 8GB of ROM memory. This is Mobvoi's flagship model, so it has an upgraded design which is both stylish and functional with a stainless steel bezel, 1.4-inch AMOLED screen, and is covered by Corning Gorilla anti-fingerprint display. Speaking about that display, it is amazingly dual layered, so when in low powered mode, essential information is still visible, and with a swipe or press of the button, the full AMOLED screen comes alive. Mobvoi says the TicWatch is built extra tough and that it meets military grade specifications. I don't know if the average person needs this type of certification, but it's also something that is nice to know. All this is on a 47 by 48 by 12.3 millimeter footprint, so it's on the large size, but I didn't really find it too big for someone like me with skinny wrists. The Pro 3 also comes standard with premium Florio rubber that is strong and durable, but feels very comfortable on my skin. The watch is compatible with most 22mm quick release straps, so you can really customize it to your wardrobe and liking. Now going through the sides of the watch, on the right side you have the control buttons that are large and pronounced. In between them is the microphone. On the flip side is the speaker. Now on the back of the watch you have the magnetic charging connectors and all the sensors. In this case you have the accelerometer, the SpO2 or oxygen sensor, GPS, gyro, temperature sensor, and even the heart rate sensor that can alert the wearer to conditions such as AFib, a dangerous condition where your heart rate can get dangerously high or irregular during activities. It also uses IP68 waterproof, dustproof for protection against sweat, hand washing, and swimming up to 50 meters. Charging the Pro 3 Ultra is a breeze with a 2-prong USB charging cable that magnetically attaches to the back. This cable charges the 577 mAh battery that should give you 72 hours of battery life in smart mode and up to 45 days life in essential mode. The initial startup of the TicWatch is easily done by pressing the upper button, with a few taps of the screen to navigate some of the menus and settings to get you to the point of connecting the watch to your Android or iPhone. But you also can and should connect to your home Wi-Fi network for updates and downloads. In my case, I'm using the iPhone 12 mini, and the TicWatch Pro requires you to download two apps, the Google Wear OS and the Mobvoi app, so you can take advantage of all the features and customizations, such as purchasing different watch faces and diving deeper into analytics. The two rather large buttons on the side control a few multifunctions on the TicWatch. The top button is the power button, and depending on the length of time held down, will open applications, return to the home screen, wake up the voice assistant, access the boot menu, or force restart the watch. And the bottom multifunction button is used to start a tick exercise or get to quick settings. This button can also be mapped to your favorite or most used apps. So checking out the touch sensitivity and swiping ability, whether swiping up, down, left, and right, and entering menus, everything seems quick and responsive. I didn't find myself having to reswipe to change screens, no noticeable lag, and pressing options on the touchscreen are registered instantly. A cool feature is the ability to switch the backlight colors of the watch. For this, you're going to have to go into the essential mode, backlight color, and choose from one of the 18 options. And wow, these colors are bright and a nice change of pace than the standard white backlight. The screen is sharp looking and worked very well in bright sunlight and overcast days. It's nice that the dual display shows some information like steps, battery, time, and metrics if you are using the exercise apps. There is the microphone that lets you access the voice assistant, record memos, and make or receive texts or calls if paired with an Android phone. Keep in mind if you're using an iPhone, you don't have the ability to make or answer calls or reply to texts, as Apple likes to keep their phones locked down to Apple devices. The mic quality isn't top of the line, but it is clear enough for voice recordings. The built-in speaker also gives you access to music through Spotify or YouTube Music, but it won't allow you to use other types of apps such as Prime Music. Although it does allow you to download your favorite playlists and podcasts from those two compatible services to listen through the speaker or your earbuds without your phone. There is even a flashlight on this watch, so Mobvoi is really giving you everything quote unquote to rough it for a couple of days. Looking at the OS and apps, you have access to many of them through the Google Play Store. Like I mentioned before, apps like Spotify, Viber, SmartThings, and many more. The watch has the Wear OS typical apps such as notification from your email, social media, phone calls, and messages. It allows you to use Google Play, weather, calendars, and other Google Fit apps. I found the Google apps to be a little disjointed and not as integrated as I hope, but hopefully the upgrade to Wear OS 3 in the future will remedy this. Luckily, Mobvoi added its own software to this watch instead of just relying on Google. It uses its more compatible apps on your phone that is much more comprehensive and easier to use. While using the Google apps and Play Store apps is a great way to get a wide array of features on this watch, I found the Mobvoi apps to have a ton more tracking and information available to you during your exercise, sleep, and general wellness. The Tic Exercise app is a place to track over 20 different workout modes, including common activities like running, cycling, to more specialized sports like archery, volleyball, and even martial arts. For fitness tracking, you have a widget to let you keep track of your steps, exercise time, and activity. I found the step count to be pretty accurate, although it did track my steps when pushing the gas pedal when driving, so the watch would alert me that I'd met my daily goal at 10,000 steps after very long road trips. You'll also get some inactivity alerts when you have been sitting down too long to get you up and moving. While sleeping, there's a dedicated Tic Sleep app that displays information like sleep time, stages, heart rate, and blood oxygen during sleep. Tic Zen continuously tracks your stress throughout the day that actually gives you a score on your mental well-being. And if you need to de-stress, you can calm down with Tic Breath, a breathing app to regain your inner peace. The TicWatch 3 monitors your heart rate and your blood oxygen level while wearing the watch and will alert you if your oxygen level gets low or your heart rate goes abnormal. You can also measure your levels and history anytime through the app. The TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS, as it says in its name, has access to 5 global satellite systems, so you can track your routes, progress, and help you plan your next adventure. The built-in barometer provides constant altitude information in outdoor workout modes while tracking elevation gains and losses during hikes, mountaineering, trails, cycling, and runs. I did find a lot of apps to be useful and do like the reminders the watch gives you. In terms of battery performance, I found the TicWatch battery awesome. For me, I was able to get up to 3 days of battery life even with most tracking, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and monitoring features on. There are some features that run down the battery faster, but with my day-to-day use with most features off, I could stretch it to 4 to 5 days without a charge. And when put into essential mode, the mode where just the basics are displayed and all background functions are turned off, the watch can go over a month without stopping. I do like a lot of things about this watch, and it'll be a watch I wear every day. I love the look and feel of it. It's handsomely made and doesn't scream out fitness watch to the casual observer. The Mobvoi apps are especially useful and really save the watch from being dragged down by the Wear OS limitations. The ability to change the watch face to what suits your mood or get information you need is a great feature that increases the versatility of the watch. Some limitations I found with the TicWatch Pro 3, as an iPhone user, you'll miss out on some of the call and messaging features, and the Bluetooth connection isn't always reliable. But I don't blame Mobvoi for that, as Apple is notoriously known to protect their ecosystem. And of course, those Wear OS limitations, which hopefully will be addressed in OS 3. So for around $299, would I recommend the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra? The answer is a resounding yes, especially if you're an Android phone user, and a softer yes for us iPhone users, if you don't mind missing some of the functionality. Some of the great things about the watch is it is packing the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon Wear 4100 platform plus the Mobvoi dual processor system. It's got an amazing look, it has so many features and customizations, but it also is one of the few smartwatches that is ready to run Google Wear OS 3. I think this is a good smartwatch for anyone who has an iPhone but doesn't need the pricey Apple Watch, but at the same time doesn't miss some features. For iPhone users who are outdoor centric, lives an active lifestyle, and loves to have a lot of workout information, but doesn't need to make, receive calls, or answer messages on their wrist, the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS could be the perfect buy. But let me know what the main features you look for in a smartwatch and whether you would shell out the money for a TicWatch Pro 3 or something cheaper like a Fitbit 2 or go for an Apple Watch. So that was my review of the TicWatch Pro 3 Ultra GPS. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, check out my review of the Samsung Galaxy Fit 2. In that video I talk about connecting it to an iPhone also. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss my next video.